See, UFT class 17. Today we will discuss VBScript data types and VBScript variables. See, VBScript for UFT. VBScript in UFT orientation. In this module, first we discussed comments in VBScript. Next, one more small chapter, data types. VBScript data types. See, VBScript doesn't support explicit declaration of data types. VBScript doesn't support explicit declaration of data types, only implicit declaration. See, VBScript supports implicit declaration of data types. Means no data type specification. No data type specification. Then how VBScript considers the data? Based on usage of the data. Usage of the data. Say dim A. What is this A variable? A is variable name. What is data type? No data type specification. It can hold any type of data. For example, you can assign integer type or double type or string type or date type, any type of data. In VBScript, only data type is variant. Variant means it varies. It can hold any type of data. See, VBScript only data type is variant. VBScript variables. VBScript variables can hold any type of data. Any type of data. Next, based on usage of the data, based on usage of data, VBScript considers data subtypes. Okay, now Saujanya, did you understand these two concepts? VBScript doesn't support explicit declaration of data types, only implicit declaration. Implicit declaration means no data type specification. Next, in VBScript, only data type is
only data type is
variant.
Variant.
Yeah. Variant can hold any type of data. Variant means it varies.
Yes.
How VBScript considers data subtypes based on usage of the data. Just a minute. For example, dim A. Suppose if you assign A equal to, within double quotes, this is syntax, London. Then it considers VBScript. It considers the data as string type data. String type. VBScript considers internally the data as string type data within double quotes. String type data. Suppose after some statements or after very next statement also you can assign another value. Variable values vary. You can assign values. You can assign different values in the same script, but variables take latest values. After some statements, suppose if we assign a equal to 100, then it considers integer type data. Next, for example, after some statements, if you assign a equal to 1.23, then it considers double type data, floating point values. Next, within hash codes 10 slash 10 slash 2010, then VBScript considers date type data. Date type data. Double type. Integer type. Okay. See, VBScript considers internally how end user knows data subtypes. End user must know the data subtypes. Otherwise, how to use? Okay. Suppose if we assign, then we know the data subtype. Suppose if we are reading data, reading from files or reading from databases, that time we must know the data subtype. How to check data subtypes? See, check data subtypes, check data subtypes using VarType function, not case sensitive, VarType function. Checking data subtypes using VarType function. See, this VarType function returns constant based result. Constant based. Predefined constants. We must know the constant values. See, VarType function returns constant based result. VBScript function, VarType function returns constant based result. For example, 8 for integer. If output is 8, then it is integer. Sorry, string. If output is 8, then it is string. 8 for string type. Next, 2 for integer type. Next, 5 for double type. 7 for date type, etc. See, VarType function returns constant based result. These are built-in constants. predefined constants. 8 for string, 2 for integer, 5 for double, 7 for date, 7 for date, etc. Okay. How to know these built-in constant values? See, if you want to get help for any keyword, just type the keyword VarType, select the keyword and press F1. Then it will locate the help. Observe. Observe Dinesh. 0 for empty, uninitialized. 2 for integer subtype. 5 for double subtype. 7 for date subtype. 8 for string subtype. 9 for object. Okay now, tell me Ganesh, how to know built-in constant values? How to know the values?
Type the name
Type the keyword.
and
Okay.
then
Any keyword. If it is function or math, anything. Function or statement, any keyword.
and select it.
Select the keyword and write. Select the keyword and press F1.
Right.
See, here you can get built-in constant values. Observe, VarType constants. These are predefined. Okay. See, dem A. What type of variable? Variant. It can hold any type of data based on usage of the data it considers internally. For example, I want to check this one. MSG box. MSG box also built-in function of VBScript. It is for displaying the output or displaying the messages or displaying, it is output function, displaying messages or displaying variable values. See, MSG box, VarType of EA. Tell me Samir, what is the, guess the output, what is the output?
It should be maybe null.
Say 0, 0, not null, null is different. 0, 0 for empty variable or uninitialized variable, uninitialized. Next, for example, A equal to 100, A equal to 100. It will return 2, 2 for integer subtype. Next, A equal to London, string 8 for string. Next, for example, observe Saujanya. For example, A equal to within double quotes 100. What type of data? Is it integer or string?
It's a string. It's a string data, sir.
String only. See.
Yes.
8 for string. Next, suppose A equal to 1.45 is 5. 5 for double. Next, A equal to within hash codes 10/10/2010. It is date. Date built-in constant 7. 7 for date. Next, suppose I am converting A as automation object. I am going to create automation object. Don't concentrate on this syntax. Just creating automation object. Set A equal to create object of file system object class value scripting dot file system object scripting dot file system object. See, it is automation object. If you check, see, before this statement A is just a variable. Type A and enter dot nothing. After this statement A is automation object. Type A and enter dot say methods and properties coming from that class. Now check the data subtype A. It is 9. 9 for object. Run the script. See, first one 0. 0 for empty variable. 2 integer. Observe yellow arrow, yellow marking. Yellow marking. Execution marker is there. 8 for string. Next, 8 for string. 5 for double. 7 for date. 9 for automation object. See, example. Here, I will explain one general topic. Concentrate. General topic. Types of result. Types of result in computer programming. Computer programming or scripting. Types of result in computer programming. See, basically we have three types of result. Three types of results. Three types of results. One is value based result. Value based result. For example, 5 plus 3. 5 plus 3 equal to 8. This 8 is value. 8 is value. Suppose 10 into 3 equal to 30. 30 is value. This is value based result. Value based result. Just a minute. MSG box 5 plus 3. Run the script. See, it is showing 8. It is 8 is value. Next, second one, Boolean result. Boolean result. Or you can say logical result. Boolean result or logical result. For example, true or false. True or false. This is a logical result or Boolean result. Next, one more is there, that is greater than. Next, less than. Next, -1, 1, 0. Boolean result. Say Boolean result, two-way comparison. Two-way comparison. Next, three-way comparison. Two-way comparison, true or false. Three-way comparison, some more clarity. Two-way comparison, three-way comparison. Suppose, do you have 100? If it is two-way comparison, yes, I have 100. Yes. Or no. Yes means true. No means false. Yes or no. Suppose if it is three-way comparison, do you have 100? Yes. No. One more thing also there. Yes, no, two-way comparison. If it is three-way comparison, yes, I have more than 100. That is 1. I have less than 100. I have something but less than 100. Next, equal to, I have 100. I have 100. See, I have 100, 0. I have more than 100, 1. I have less than 100, -1. See, three-way comparison, some more clarity than two-way comparison. I will show an example for two-way comparison. Two-way comparison. Suppose is numeric function returns Boolean result. Is numeric function returns Boolean result. Tell me, Ravneet, what is the output? Two-way comparison. Ravneet. Is numeric function supports two-way comparison. Then what is the output? Samir.
It's true.
True. Good. Next, is numeric of A, B, C, D, false. Output Boolean values, true or false. Oh, I want to display this one. Run. Say first output true, second output false. Next, if it is three-way comparison, say three-way comparison. Suppose string 1 greater than string 2, then 1. Next, string 1, this is string comparison only, less than string 2, then -1. Next, if string 1 equal to string 2, then 0. And one more thing, two-way comparison, three-way comparison, but 1, -1, 0, these are built-in constants only. True or false only, Boolean, logical. 1, -1, 0, constants only, built-in constants only. For example, string compare function supports three-way comparison. Suppose str comp. Anyhow, built-in functions we will discuss in built-in functions chapter. Just a situation demanding, that's why I'm using some functions. UFT minus UFT comma small UFT. Just a minute. If it is 0, this 0 is binary comparison, or this is default one. Anyhow, that we will discuss later. AMSG box. UFT, UFT. Next, observe Saujanya. String 1. Observe first statement. String 1 is bigger or string 2 is bigger. So it compares based on ASCII values. If it is binary comparison. Now we are using binary comparison only. Another comparison also there that we will discuss later. According to ASCII values, which one is bigger? Capital UFT or small UFT?
Capital UFT.
No.
Why, sir?
What is the ASCII range? See this ASCII values. ANSI,
Okay.
American National Standard Institution. ANSI character codes are common for all types of computer programming. See ANSI ranges. What is the range? A to Z, capital A to Z, 65 to 90. Small a to Z, 97 to 122. Which one is bigger? First capital UFT or small UFT?
Small UFT, sir.
Then what is the output? According to the string comparison, three-way comparison. Three-way, not two-way. If it is two-way, you can say true or false. It is three-way.
-1.
String 1 less than string
Okay.
2. Okay. -1. Second one?
Second one will be 0, sir.
0. Equal. Third one?
Yeah. 1.
1. See. Run the script. Say -1, 0, 1. Forget about this three-way comparison. Boolean means true or false only. First, see here, two types of comparisons, not two-way and three-way. That's why I explained three-way also. But three-way output, three-way comparison output, again constant based result, not Boolean result. Two-way comparison only Boolean result, true or false. Next, third one, constant based result. Constant based result. For example, VarType function returns constant based result. See, MSG box, VarType of XYZ. Output is 8. This 8 is built-in constant. See, this is about types of result in computer programming. Tell me, Dinesh, we have 3 types of result in computer programming. What are the 3 types of result?
One is value-based result and Boolean result and constant-based result.
Yes. First one is value-based result. Second one is Boolean result. Third one is constant-based result. Okay. This is general topic. Next, come to mainstream. Another topic in this variable data types. See, first under this VBScript data types. First, we discussed the VBScript supports implicit declaration of data types. Next point, check data subtypes using VarType function. Just a minute. First point, implicit declaration. Second point, check data subtypes using VarType function. Next, just a minute. Convert the data from one subtype to another. Convert the data from one subtype to another. We can convert data using conversion functions. Another using conversion functions. Say we can convert the data from one subtype to another, but first of all, why we need to convert the data? Why? Say assigning values to variables, two types. See, assign values to variables, two types. One is initialization. Initialization means assigning value directly in the script or program. Assigning value directly. Example, x equal to 100. This is initialization. Next, another method is reading. See, reading again, three types. Read from IO input devices, mouse and keyboard. Read from input devices. Read using input devices. Next, read from files or databases. Next, read from application objects. See, three flavors reading. See, whenever you read data, then we need to convert the data in order to perform mathematical calculations. See, note, whenever we read data using input devices or from files or from application objects, whenever we read data, then we need to convert the data in order to I will explain it. Whenever we read data, then VBScript considers the data as string type data. If you read string or number or any data, VBScript considers the data as string type data only. Suppose I am reading a number 100, but VBScript considers internally the data as string only. In order to perform mathematical calculations, we need to convert the data. See, whenever we read data, then VBScript considers the data as string type data. Next, in order to perform mathematical in order to perform mathematical operations, then we need to convert the data. Got this point, Ravneet? Ravneet, any confusion? Why we need to convert the data? You are not responding. Hello? Okay, some problem is there in your voice device. Try to rectify the problem at least by tomorrow. Tell me, Dinesh, why we need to convert the data? Dinesh, Saujanya, why we need to convert the data? Samir, hello?
Yeah. So whenever we read the data from input devices or files or application object, VBScript considers data as a string data type. So in order to perform the mathematical operation, we need to convert the data.
Good. I will show a small example. Say read data. In this class, I will show using input devices and application objects. In future, we will discuss files and databases. If you want to work with files, file system object is required. If you want to work with databases, database objects required. See, first I will show input devices, next application objects. First I will show the problem. See, first I will show the problem. Dim num1 comma num2. Num1 equal to 100, num2 equal to 200. See, initialization. No need to convert the data. Just we are initializing the values. MSG box num1 plus num2. It will show correct output. What is the expected output? 300. Run 300. This is initialization. Initialization versus reading. Initialization versus reading. First example, initialization. Next, instead of initializing values, read data. How to read? Use input function. Suppose num1 equal to input box of any meaningful message. Enter num1 value. Next, num2. enter num2 value. Observe num1 value 10. Next, enter num2 value, for example 20. What is the expected output, Dinesh? Expected output, Ritu?
30.
Yes.
30. Okay. See, it is showing 10,020, 1020. Why? Reading time, VBScript considers the data as string type data. See, instead of addition, it is concatenating the values. Concatenating. See, this is the problem. See, using conversion functions, you can convert the data. For example, cint, if it is integer, cint of num1. What is cint function? Anyhow, functions we will discuss in built-in functions chapter. Just know the functionality of cint. It converts string type data into integer subtype. Cint function converts string type data into integer subtype. And one more thing, if you read numbers, you can convert to integer. For example, if you read alphabets, you cannot convert. Error. See, cint of num2. Now observe, provide same input 10, num1 value 10, num2 value 20. Now it is showing correct output 30. Next, num1 value ABC, num2 value XYZ. See, we cannot convert alphabets. If it is number, you can convert. We cannot convert alphabets. See, type mismatch, error, error. See, we cannot convert alphabets to integer. We can convert numbers only. Say, convert string type data to integer subtype. Suppose if it is floating point value, just a minute, run the script. 1.7, num1 value 1.7, num2 value 1.3, expected output 3, 1.7 plus 1.3. But okay, it is showing 3 only. Just a minute. Just a minute. 1.345, 1.345. Observe Ritu. What is the output? It's not correctly showing now. It's not showing
Yes,
correctly.
sir. Yeah.
See once again. 1.2345. Next 1.2345. It is showing only 2 na.
Yes, sir.
Converting to integer type.
Yeah.
If you want to convert double type, use C double function, CDBL. CDBL. It converts string type data to from string type to double subtype. Run 1.2345. 1.2345. Observe 2.469. Showing correct output. See, convert string type data to double subtype. Double subtype. Okay. Next, read from application objects. Application objects. Just a minute. Suppose here tickets. Tickets. Number is 6. That is integer type. But if you read the data, then VBScript considers as string subtype. Just a minute. Dem tickets. Generate the statement. See, design step generator, test objects. Take hand icon, show the tickets object, click OK. Get arrow property of text property. A return value, variable name tickets. Okay. Observe. Just display the value. MSG box. Tickets. It will show 6. Next, check the var subtype. Actually 6 is integer, but it will show string subtype. Why? We are reading the data. VarType of tickets. Saujanya, what is the output? Last statement output?
It will be 8, sir.
8. Okay. Next, convert. Suppose MSG box VarType of cint of tickets. Should be 2. Run. See, tickets value 6, data subtype 8, after conversion 2. Next, one more. You read this price value. Price is $529.41. Read that one. Design step generator. Take hand icon, show the price object, click OK. Get row property of text property, return value. For example, variable name price. Okay. See. Price. First check the VarType MSG box, VarType of price. See 8. Next, MSG box, VarType of cint of price. Tell me, Dinesh, what is the output? Sorry, CDBL. CDBL of price. What is the last statement output? Dinesh. Ravneet.
It should be 5, sir.
5. Yes. 5 for double. Run the script. See tickets value 6, data subtype 8, after conversion using cint function 2. Next, price data subtype 8, after conversion using cdouble function 5. See. This is reading. Read data from application objects. Say that edit box is object, tickets edit box is object, price edit box is object. Application objects. Okay, this is about data types. Any queries, Saujanya? In this data types chapter, see here 3 topics. First topic, VBScript supports implicit declaration of data types. VBScript supports implicit declaration of data types. Next, check data subtypes using VarType function. Next, third one, convert data from one subtype to another. See, implicit declaration of data types. Next, check data types. Next, convert data. These 3 topics. Any queries? Saujanya?
No, sir.
Okay, cool. See, next, third chapter, See, so far we discussed the first chapter comments, second chapter data types, third chapter variables. VBScript variables. VBScript variables. See, first chapter index. What is variable? Next, declaration of variables. Next, implicit and explicit declaration of variables. Otherwise, you can remove this one. Implicit and explicit declaration of variables. Next, assign values to variables. Next, purpose of variables. Next, variable naming restrictions. Next, scope of variables. Next, types of variables. Next, array variables. Here, constant or general arrays. Next, dynamic arrays. Next, dimensional arrays. Next, assign series of values. To array variables. Assign series of values at a time, not one by one, to array variables. This is the chapter index. See, first one, variable, global concept. You can find variables in all programming languages and scripting languages. First, what is variable? A named memory location to store or hold the data. Simple. A named memory location to store the data. A named memory location to store the data. Memory. Here we used memory term. See, in computer environment, we have two types of memories. See, two types of memories in computer environment. Basically, two types of memories. Computer environment. Can you tell me, Ritu, what are the two types of memories?
Yes, sir. I think it's RAM and hard drive.
RAM. Next, ROM. Read-only memory. See, random access memory. RAM. This is temporary memory. RAM. Read-only memory. Example, hard disk drive HDD. Next, CD-ROM, DVD, USB drive, etc. USB can be modified. Okay. HDD also modified. See, variable store in Saujanya, variable store in primary memory or secondary memory? See, this is primary memory. Primary memory. Example, RAM, random access memory. This is secondary memory. Secondary memory. Tell me, Saujanya, variable store in primary memory or secondary memory?
Primary memory, sir.
Primary memory only. Say, if you start the program or script execution, then variables load into primary memory. After completion of the execution, they remove from the RAM. See, variable store in primary memory only. See, variables store in primary memory. Okay. Next topic, implicit and explicit declaration of variables. First of all, how to declare variables in VBScript. See, variable declaration vary from one language to another, but purpose same. Variables purpose same. You take any programming language, purpose same for storing the data, but declaration different, usage may be different, but purpose same. How to declare variables in VBScript? See, using either public or private or dim, using either public or private or dim keywords, we can declare variables. variables. Okay. Say forget about public and private. Generally, web developers use public and private variables for security reasons. But in our test automation, we use dim statement only. Dim statement only. You can use public or private, but generally web developers use public and private keywords for security reasons. We use dim only. Okay. How to declare? Dim, see, syntax. Dim, next, variable name. Dim, variable name. Suppose if you want to declare multiple variables, by separating with commas, you can declare multiple variables. Dim, variable one name, comma, variable two name, comma, variable three name, like this. Suppose if you take new line, then again you need to declare dim statement. Say second one, in this last line, I declared three variables. Instead of that, or you can declare like this: dim variable 1, dim variable 2, dim variable 3. If you take new line, again you need to use dim statement. Say example. Say dim a equal to 100 MSG box A. See declaration first statement, second statement assigning value, third statement displaying the value. Say suppose if dim equal to 100, this is incorrect. This is incorrect. If it is Java language, you can assign value in the declaration statement only, or you can use separate statement. If it is Java language or C language, you can assign value in the declaration statement or in the separate statement. But in VBScript, declaration statement is separate, assign value statements separate. See, VBScript doesn't support assigning value in the declaration statement. See, this is the correct syntax. Run 100. Next, for example, I want multiple variables A, B, C. Or okay, A, B, C. A equal to 100, B equal to 200, C equal to 300. A plus B plus C. Run the script. 600. Next, using different statements also you can declare variables. Suppose dim A, dim B, dim C. This is also correct syntax. Run 600. Okay, we discussed how to declare variables using either public or private or dim statements. We can declare variables. Usually we use dim statement in our test automation using UFT. Okay, web developers use public and private. Next, implicit and explicit declaration of variables. See, implicit and explicit declaration. Implicit and explicit declaration of variables. See, I think yesterday we discussed that examples. See once again, dim A equal to 100, B equal to 200, MSG box A plus B. Run 300. See, in this example, A is implicit variable. Implicit variable. Next, B is A is explicit variable. Explicit. First we declared a variable explicitly, then assigning value. B is implicit variable. Implicit variable. Without declaring the variable, directly using. We are using B variable directly without declaration. VBScript supports both explicit and implicit declaration of variables. But which one is the best practice? Explicit declaration or implicit declaration? Ritu?
Explicit.
Explicit declaration. Why?
Because it forces the use of variables.
Can you tell me, Saujanya? Explicit declaration is best practice. Okay. But why? See, explicit declaration.
You will have 100 times every day.
Explicit declaration of variables is best practice. Why? Say, if we use implicit variables, misspell problems. Sometimes user may make mistakes. See, if we use implicit variables, user may misspell. if we use implicit variables, user may misspell variables. Then what is the problem? If you misspell variables, then you can't get desired output. I will show one misspell problem. For example, dim tickets price total. Tickets equal to 7, price equal to 100, next total equal to tickets into price, next MSG box, total. Say my expected output is 700, 7 into 100. It is showing 0, incorrect output. Why it is showing 0, Dinesh? Tickets 7, price 100. Now why it is showing 0? Instead of showing the error, it is not showing any error, but showing incorrect output. Why? Ravneet also.
As the price is misspelled.
Misspell. Say,
Yeah.
here price declaration time I used PRICE, value assignment
Yes,
time I
sir.
used PRICE, but calculation time I used PRIE. That's why
Yes, sir.
it is providing incorrect output, but it is not showing any error. Why? See, VBScript considers implicit variables. VBScript supports implicit variables. See, VBScript point of view, okay, Dinesh. VBScript point of view, price is new variable, implicit variable. It considers, it won't show any error. VBScript point of view, PRIE is new variable, implicit variable. By default, we didn't assign any value to PRIE. By default, variable value is 0. Something into 0. It is showing 0. Something into 0, 0. So, misspell problem. Suppose ours is 100 lines of code. At the top, we assigned value to one variable. At bottom, bottom of the script, we are using that variable. Just misspell, then you cannot get correct output. So in order to avoid this type of problems, declare variables explicitly. Just a minute. In order to avoid this type of misspell problems, declare variables explicitly. How to declare? Using option explicit statement. Option explicit statement. If we use option explicit statement, it forces declaration of all variables. See, functionality of option explicit. Option explicit. It forces declaration of all variables in a script. All variables. If we use any undeclared variable, then it will show error. It It won't provide incorrect output. It won't consider. It will show error. Then you can rectify the problem. Suppose if it shows error, then you can rectify the problem. Suppose not showing error and not providing correct output, then issue. Observe option explicit. Run the script. Say it is showing error. It is not executing. It is not executing properly. Showing error. Variable is undefined. PRIE. Stop. Then you can correct the error. Then it will execute. 700. Okay, now Ravneet, what is the functionality of option explicit statement? Ritu, what is the functionality of option explicit statement?
Yeah, actually it forces the declaration of all the variables.
Yes, it forces declaration of all variables. If we use any undeclared variable, then it will show error, then user can correct the problems. Okay. See, what is variable? Next, explicit and implicit declaration of variables. Next, third topic in this chapter, assign values to variables. Assign values to variables. We already discussed this concept. See once again, assign values to variables. See, assign values to variables, two types. Assign values to variables is two types. One is initialization, another is reading. Initialization, reading. Can you tell me, Samir, what is initialization? What is initialization?
Assigning values to the variable.
Assigning values to variables. Can you tell me, Saujanya, initialization?
For example, if we are doing dim A, where A is equal to 100.
I'm not asking example. What is initialization in this
We
scenario?
are giving assigning the values upfront.
Assigning values directly.
Yes,
assigning values directly in the script.
Is initialization.
Initialization. Okay, reading, again we discussed the three flavors: reading using input devices, reading from files and databases, reading from application objects.
Application objects.
So I will show a small example, reading, initialization and reading. Dim num1 comma num2. Num1 equal to 100. Num2 equal to input box of enter num2 value, any meaningful message. Enter num2 value. See here, conversion not required. One value reading, one value initialization. Conversion not required. Why conversion not required? That I will explain in operators chapter. If both values are reading, if we are reading both the values, then conversion required. One value is initialized value, another is reading. So here here conversion not required. MSG box num1 plus num2. Run the script. Enter num2 value, for example 200. Num1 already we initialized 100. 100 plus 200. Expected output 300. It is showing 300. Correct output. See here this num1 equal to 100. This is initialization. 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 Next num2. This is reading. I think all of you familiar with this initialization and reading. Next, purpose of variables. You know purpose of variables. You know the purpose of variables. What is the purpose? Storing the data or holding the data. Purpose of variables is storing the data. Okay, that is generic purpose. I will explain in-depth usage of variables. In-depth, all types of usage of variables. Okay, observe. See, primary purpose is to store the data only. See, dim a equal to 100, just to hold the data, to hold the data. You use or don't use later. Use the variable or don't use, but just hold the data. Later we can use. Use, don't use, that is different. Next, suppose a equal to 10 to the power of 3 into 7. Variables take latest values. Here we are not using 100. See, 10 to the power of 3, 1000 into 7, 7000. This is a returning the result. See, storing the value that returned by a program, means formula that returned by a program or formula. Sometimes we use variables for storing our script result or program result, storing the value that returned by a program. Next, suppose a equal to date. Date is built-in function of VBScript. It returns current system date. Otherwise, now also built-in function of VBScript, it returns local system date and time. Date and time. What is this usage? Storing the value that returned by a function. That returned by a function. See, you can return values for built user defined functions also. Suppose result equal to log in something, that I will explain in functions chapter. Next, set a equal to create object of scripting dot file system object. What is this usage? Storing object reference. We are converting that variable as object. Storing object reference. See, in Java, reference variable concept is there. Reference variable. But in VBScript, no reference variable term. We can use general variables for storing object reference. Next, as parameter. Observe, suppose I am taking one more variable. order number. Okay, just a minute. Record the navigation. Open an order. Stop. Suppose I want to open 1 to 10 orders. Parameterize for, to take that variable, order number variable. Order number. For order number equal to 1 to 10, step 1, increment 1. Next, pass variable as parameter. Just a minute. Order number. If you want to observe the test execution process, insert wait statement is optional. Run the script. See a value. Observe yellow marking. Execution marker. 7000. Next. Now current system date and time. Next, executing 1 to 10 orders. 2, 3. 9, 10 over. See, these are the maximum usages of variables, purpose of variables, or you can say usage of variables. Usage of variables. Okay, now Saujanya, tell me, we discussed different types of usage of variables. What are they? Saujanya.
Yes, sir.
First one, to hold the data. Just hold the data.
Just hold the data. And to store the
value that written by a program.
And to store the value written by a function. And
next, storing object reference.
Okay.
Next, last one.
It's parameterization.
As parameter. Variable as parameter.
Parameter.
Okay. See, to hold the data. Next, return the value. Store the value that written by a program. Next, store the value that written by a function. Next, storing object reference. Next, as parameter. Next, variable naming restrictions. Next topic, variable naming restrictions. See, first one, variable names should start with alphabets. See, variable names should start with alphabets. Say, I will show the example. Dim ABC. Is it correct declaration or incorrect declaration, Ritu? Is it correct or incorrect?
It's correct.
Correct. ABC single word. Variable name is ABC. Correct declaration. See, just a minute. Correct. Next, dim A9.
Correct, sir.
Correct only. See, first letter alphabet. Correct declaration only. Next, dim 7BC.
Incorrect, sir.
Incorrect. First letter should be alphabet. It is incorrect. Run the script. See, line 3. See, variable name should start with alphabets. First letter. From second letter onwards, you can use numbers. Next, cannot contain embedded periods. Embedded periods. cannot contain embedded periods. See, dim a suppose dim abc, correct declaration. Correct declaration. Next, dim AB space C, incorrect. Space is embedded period. Next, AB hyphen C, incorrect declaration. Next, AB dot C, incorrect declaration. Next, AB star C, should not use special characters except underscore. Underscore is not the embedded period. Next, dim AB underscore C, last one, correct declaration. Okay, now Saujanya, any confusion?
No, sir.
Okay, cool. This is another syntax rule, naming restrictions. Naming restrictions for variables declaration. Next, third one, must not exceed 255 characters. See, variables maximum size 255. Must not exceed 255 characters. See, you can declare variables 1 to, see, variable minimum size 1, variable maximum size 255, minimum maximum. Next, must be unique in the scope of declaration. Must be unique in the scope of declaration. No duplicate variables. No duplicate variables allowed. Must be unique. What is scope, that we will discuss in next topic. Now just remember, no duplicate variables allowed. Must be unique in the scope of declaration. Declaration. Example. Say, suppose dim A comma B comma C, correct declaration. Next, dim D comma E comma F, correct declaration. Next, dim G comma H comma A. Observe last statement. Ritu, is it correct declaration or incorrect declaration?
Sir, it's incorrect declaration.
But I used capital A na. We did first in the first statement small a, in the last statement capital A na.
VBScript is not a case
Yes,
sensitive
VBScript is not a case sensitive language. No difference between uppercase and lowercase values. See, this is incorrect only. Variable name redefined. Incorrect only. Run the script. Name redefined. Next. Should not use reserved words. We should not use reserved words as variables, variable names. For example, dem fur, dem fur. It is not allowed now, Saujanya.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Because it is a
Yes, fur is
because it
reserved
is
word.
useful for loop.
Fur is
Yes, sir.
reserved word. Okay. Fur is VBScript reserved word. So we can't use this fur as variable. See, these are the naming restrictions for declaring variables. Tell me, Dinesh, naming restrictions for declaring VBScript variables. Dinesh. Oh, Dinesh problem na. Samir. Samir, naming restrictions for declaring variables.
Yeah, the first one is variable should start with alphabets. Should not contain embedded periods. And maximum size is 255 characters. And the scope of the declaration should be unique. And reserved word should not be used.
Good, good. See, these are the naming restrictions. Next, scope of variables. See, we have two types of scope. Two types. Put mute. For VBScript variables.
Hello, sir. It is saying maximum size should not exceed 255 characters. Do we use that? Maximum we use 10 characters, right?
See, actually, VBScript allows us to declare variables from 1 to 255 characters length, but actually that much length not required. We generally use 10 to 15 maximum.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
That much length not required. Actually, that restriction is there, but generally we don't use more than 20 or more than 30 characters long, but it allows. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Say two types of scope for VBScript variables. One is script level variables. Script level variables. Next, function level variables. Function level. script level variables, function level variables. What is the purpose? What is the scope of script level variables? Script level variables, function level variables. See, script level variables can be used for entire script. See, these can be used for entire script. Next, function level variables can be used within the function only, within that function. See, these can be used, see, within the function only. See, I will show an example. Concentrate. Don't concentrate on function syntax. Functions we will discuss later. Now, just a situation demanding, I am using one user defined function. Dim a comma b comma c. These are script level variables. Script level variables. Say you can declare variables at the top of the program or middle of the program, but declaring all variables at top of the program is best practice. Next, a equal to 10, b equal to 20, c equal to a plus b. MSG box C. Next, function name, for example xyz blank parenthesis, no arguments. See, in functions also you can declare variables. D comma E comma D comma E. Okay, F. Suppose D equal to 40, E equal to 50, F equal to D plus just a minute. A plus D. MSG box F. Next, dim C. These are function level variables. Function level variables. Dim G comma H. G equal to 70. H equal to B plus D plus G. MSG box H. See, first output A plus B, according to those values, 30. Next, second output A plus D, A 10, D 40, 50. Next, last one. Can you tell me, Saujanya? H. Last output.
It's 20 plus 40 plus 70, sir.
How much?
It's 120, sir.
120.
Yeah, 70.
Just
80
a minute.
plus 40.
Just a minute. First one, A value 10. A value 10 plus B value
Yes,
20. So output is 30. Okay, na? This one,
yes, sir.
50. Here A value 10 plus D value
40.
40. So output 50. Next, in last one, B value
20.
20. Just a minute. B value 20 plus
40.
0 plus
Why, sir?
70. I will explain. It should be 90 only. 90. Just a minute. Run the script. See, first output 30, second output 90.
Yes.
Here we are not calling the function. Just a minute. Call XYZ. See, in this script, 3 outputs. Observe. First output 30, second output 50, third output 90. Okay. Observe. See, D0. Why? Observe, Saujanya. D is function level variable na.
Oh, okay, sir. I got it now.
Can be used within that function only. But D,
Yes.
B is script level variable.
Script level variable.
G also script
And
level
G
variable.
also script level variable.
Script level variable. Okay.
So that's why we are getting 90.
See, this is about scope of variables. 2 types of scope. Script level variables, next function level variables. Script level variables can be used for entire script. Function level variables only within the functions. Okay, we'll meet tomorrow, same time. Thank you.